All right, welcome to the WLG podcast. This is our first episode, brand new podcast. You might be familiar with us. We have another channel and podcast called Wholesome Financials, but we split off to make this one completely about real estate because we love real estate. And so we feel, a call to go in that direction. So I'm Austin.
Susie.
And so I'm excited to talk about our topic today. Today we are, and so for those that don't know, we help small businesses, and normally we help small businesses get capital for their business. But we're transitioning to spend more time focusing on helping real estate agents and real estate investors get the capital they need to secure the deals they find fast.
Yep.
That sounds good.
I think that's pretty good.
We wrote that down. That's just trying to sum up what we do.
So I'm a mortgage loan officer in California and in Florida. So if you have a primary home that you want to purchase, we can help you in those two different states. But if you're a real estate investor and you have, a DSCR property you want to buy, hard money loan, anything of that nature, we can help in every single state.
Yeah. So, but today, and so on this channel, we're going to have a lot of videos about that. But today we're talking about our home buying journey. Our journey of buying $1 million plus home in Southern California. One of the most desirable places to live is extremely expensive and competitive. And so, to start off this journey, Southern California, obviously, you think about SoCal, you think about Los Angeles, the beauty of it, or you think about Orange County, right? Huntington Beach, Laguna Beach, all the things you see on TV, Disneyland, stuff like that. Those markets are extremely, extremely expensive and competitive. And some of those places you just don't really want to live in. When you think about buying a house, that I never really think about when I think of Los Angeles.
No.
Like people owning houses.
Yeah, no, I think it's one of those places that people know, like, oh, sorry, I can't afford to live there.
Yeah. So, but for us, if you're new and you have no idea who we are, we're married, we have children, we have family, we're business owners, and so we have 3 little kids. And so we were thinking about at the time when we started a home buying journey, we were renting a house just outside of Orange County in the Riverside County, I guess, or Inland Empire-ish area. And so we were thinking about buying this home. And so what we want to do is just kind of make a video of going through our process, everything from top to bottom, everything we experienced. And so if you're trying to buy your first primary home, or if you're trying to buy even investment property, a lot of this will still apply to you.
Yeah.
Maybe some will still apply to you potentially. And so for us, where do we start? We started with picking the area, right?
Yeah. I think we were clear on the exact county that we wanted to be in. Like you said, Orange County is probably one of the most sought out after counties, and it's the most expensive, honestly.
Super expensive. And just to give you guys, food thought, Orange County has cities like Newport Coast. Kobe lived, his family still does in Newport Coast. There's tons of millionaires and billionaires that live. It's either there's Newport Coast in the south, and then there's Calabasas in the north, right? They rival the same type of money. But for us, we want to buy in Orange County. We look in other areas. And so this is number one thing when it comes to buying a house. Just make sure you know your market. Orange County is a nice area. But more importantly, there's a couple things to know when we went into making our house buying decision. And I could really speak to more of this part because this was really led by me, was trying to make sure we were strategic in what we were buying, right? There are plenty of places near Orange County, near LA, that are extremely cheap, right? Like we mentioned, if you're in the Inland Empire, Riverside County, there are little ways outside of Orange County and LA County. It's like an hour or so drive. With traffic, it could be up to 2, maybe 3 hours. But what we were interested in was the overall home value, and if the market were potentially correct itself or crash per se, which markets would have the best bounce back. And so number one thing we've learned in this process is the housing market that you see reported on nationally is not the same as your local housing market, right? That's completely different. When you're in a market like New York, when you're in a market like Miami, when you're in a market like in the major cities of the United States, those markets don't necessarily slow down.
Yeah.
The advantage just goes from the buyer to the seller, or from the seller to the buyer, right? That's about it. Mostly because of tourism, things that are happening, how fast the economy is growing, all those factors play, and how many people are there, the economy, the population, all those things weigh into it. And so for us, Orange County, one reason I really wanted to go in Orange County was because home values, regardless of whatever happens else in the rest of the nation, for the next 5 years,
Yeah.
Orange County, LA County is going to be a great place to have property because it's only going to appreciate in value. In the next 3 years, we have three major events hitting SoCal. At the time of this recording, November 2025, we have the NBA All-Star Game, going to be LA.
Oh,
We have the
wow.
World Cup, it's going to be in North America. We have the Olympics, that's going to be in Los
I
Angeles.
can't wait.
The amount of revenue that's about to come to Los Angeles, like just having an Airbnb or a timeshare, anything like that alone.
It's booming.
So with that being said, we picked buying a house in Orange County, even though it was a little stretch of our budget. We knew that we would make our money back in equity within the next 5 years at least, and then we could always sell or anything like that. And so that's number one. Knowing your markets is super important. Not every market is the same, and so the median house value and price in Orange County is about 900,000, maybe 950,000 on the low end. If you want something that's, spacious, it's more than 17. If it's more 1,800 square feet, you're looking at 900,000, 950,000. But your return on that investment could be extremely high. So that was one thing. So we picked Orange County for that reason. Then the next part came, actually trying to find the house. So where do we look? What was that process like?
Whew, I think we've been looking for, honestly, on and off for like the past 3 years.
I think 3 years? You think we were looking for 3 years?
Like when we first moved out here, we first looked to buy.
True, but we didn't look in Orange County.
No, we didn't. But I think within the last year.
Because we didn't have the budget for it at the time.
Yeah. Within the last year, I would say.
Yeah.
So we started like deeply looking into it, super discouraged. As you said, this market is like one of the most competitive in the US, more like New York and Miami.
Mm-hmm.
So we would either get outbidded, and the house was just put on the market like today.
Yeah.
Cash offers,
offers,
flippers are coming in. And they're like, I'll give you 1.1.
But that was also a good thing because it showed me that this area does have value. If you have somebody coming in that's going to make $1 million cash offer, that's an investor, they're investing with gain. They're not trying to buy their forever home.
No.
They're trying to make money on the money they're putting down. So that gave me confidence to know that we're competing with investors.
Because we know that, they're buying it for 1.1. They're putting, let's say, minimum $100. I'm sorry, $100K.
$100 is
They're going to turn it back around for like 1.3, 1.4 easy.
And
people are still going to buy that.
Snatched up quickly.
Snatched up. So yeah, we were looking everywhere. We submitted, I don't know, 10 offers maybe.
Yeah.
Super discouraged every time. We thought like we fell in love with one and then it didn't work out. And I was like, I'm quitting. Grandmother, we live, with his grandmother. And she was like, I'm out. I can't do this. We take a break. We pick it back up. You're like, I can't do this. We got to stop. Until we found, the way we even found this one was crazy, right?
Well, we got back up before we found this one. So this is the second house where we've actually got our offer accepted, right?
Yeah.
The first house, we made a grave mistake. So we got our offer accepted. The house was at the highest point. Technically, the house we got our offer accepted with is more expensive than the house we're buying right now. It was like 1.129.
No, it was 1.197.
1.197. Okay,
so almost 2.
Almost 1.2. Gotcha. And this house we're buying right now is below. It's like
1.125.
It's 1.12. So 80 grand difference almost.
Yeah.
And so the problem that we made was, I think we were just so tired of losing the battle of offers, being like, hey, you'll have a backup offer. We'll keep you on file. Just because, and to give you context, the reason why I told you earlier in the beginning of the video, the housing prices are around like 950,000, right? If you're trying to buy, so what we were looking for was something over 2,000 square feet, with 4 bedrooms and 2.5 bathrooms at the very least. right? Like I mentioned, it's family of 5 with us, plus my grandmother. She lives with us too. So she needed a little bit of space. So because of that, if you're trying to get a 4-bedroom, 2-bath, 2.5-bath, right? You're not paying anything else, anything less. That looks good. That's ready to move in.
That's not a fixer-upper.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just say that. Like,
that'd be clear. If it's not a fixer-upper, you're not going anywhere less than 1.1 million. So that, like, before we were trying to look at the 900 range. We were like, oh man, that'd be extremely comfortable to do, but that wasn't the most highest plane. So we went and we applied, or we put in an offer on the house. But the problem was, we put a blind offering on this house and we never went to see it. Our goal was like, oh, we put an offer. Let's see if we get accepted and then we'll swing by.
We didn't think we'd get that far, honestly.
We didn't. And we were leaving.
We were going out of town. We were going to Texas. But on paper, just to be clear, the house looked beautiful.
Yeah.
It was like immaculate. But you never know. Like some of these homes are like home fishing. Catfishing in a way.
Yeah.
So like you look at the pictures and then you go and you're like, wait, this isn't what,
Mm-hmm.
So we never looked at it. We did get an offer accepted. It felt weird. We were like, oh wow, our offer's accepted. But
time for escrow. Send over that 30K. We're like, oh, hold on. Yeah. The biggest problem was we never saw the property. And so and we went out of town immediately. So pretty much on our way out of town, as soon as we got to our destination, we were heading out to Texas, celebrate Feast of Tabernacles. As soon as we got out there, they're like, hey, your offer's been accepted. It's time to pay for these inspections. And I was like, I don't even know. We haven't even seen this place yet. And they're like, when are you going to be back? We're like, in a week. And like, that's not ideal because inspections need to be done within a certain time period, depending on what the seller requests. So that put us in a bind. And eventually we had to like exit that property. We had to get out of there.
We got our money back. I think the only loss we took was the wire fee to send it to escrow, which was like $25.
Okay.
And then when they wired the money back to us, it was $60.
Yeah.
Which I was like, ugh, why is it so much? But
hey, you play
it is what it is.
Play your stuff?
Yeah.
You play? Oh, okay. But that was something that we learned along the process of like, okay, you cannot put offers on things you don't see. Now, I do know people that do this, but if you're doing it from an investment standpoint, you don't really care as long as you know that your target audience or your demographic that you're selling to is going to buy it. But since we were going to live in it,
it's different.
We had to see it. Like it had all the basics on paper. If we weren't going to live in it, it was like perfect investment, but it wasn't the case. So that was what happened to the first house. And so then that leads us to this property. I think you're going to share the story of how we kind of found this one.
Yeah. So I routinely would, add homes that I liked to Zillow. And this particular home popped up. We were in Texas and it had an HOA. At the time, we were not considering any HOA properties. Grandmother was like super opposed. I was too. So we were like, no. So when I saw it, it had, an HOA. And I was like, oh, that's so bummy. But I left it there. We came back from Texas and then we reevaluated and we kind of opened up the book for, hey, we can do HOA nows. So I looked at the home. You asked our lender and they're like, sorry, it's out. Yeah. They're already in escrow. Okay, whatever. 2, 3, 4 weeks later, I go back on Zillow and I'm looking at the home because, I like to see what happened to the home.
Yeah.
And I found out that it was not under escrow anymore. It was like completely off of Zillow.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's weird. If it closed, it should have said closed and the date and then for how much.
It just says sold.
Right, sold. And I'm like, something's up. So then I sent a message to our realtor and then she's like, let me find out.
See, I think the cool part is you go back and look at houses we didn't get, like, I don't know, like a bad ex or something.
That was super toxic. That wasn't
you've done with every property.
Yeah, you just kind of want to know what happened. Like we didn't
know.
Like we didn't win.
It's dead to me.
I want to know how much whoever bought it for, how much they bought it for. Were we that far off? We were literally off by like $5 in some of these. So I'm like, I don't understand. Like, so I would just keep checking. I think that's a woman thing.
The Stanton Garden Grove house is dumb.
Stupid. So Realtor calls back and says, "Hey, it's back on the market. The escrow fell through." And I'm like, okay. She calls the listing agent, and the listing agent says, "Yeah, sorry, we're not accepting any offers. We've gotten over 9 offers when it was on the market. We're just gonna call our backup offers." So our realtor was like, "What if we offer 1.1?" And the listing agent was like,
I'll listen to you.
Maybe we can talk.
Yeah.
So that's how it ended up happening. We put in an offer for 1.125, and then they decided to pick us.
Yeah, so. which is insane because I think we offered maybe the people that fell out of escrow before us, they offered about $10K more than us,
like 1.32 or something.
Yeah, 1.13. So it was just, this is amazing. So that toxic trade was actually working our benefit.
I'm telling you, sometimes it works, you know.
So that part was amazing. Finding it, we got our offer accepted, and then once you get your offer accepted, then there comes like then there comes the counters, right? They're gonna see, can you put more money in? They're gonna put whatever, the seller's gonna put whatever they can in the contract to get you agreed to it, that makes it more attractive for them. In this case, they had a no appraisal. They wanted us to remove appraisals, which it basically meant you're buying this house for 1.125, but if the house is only worth $950,000, like you got to come out of pocket $75K. Like that's on you, buddy. Sorry, not $75K. That's more than $175.
Yeah,
my math is off.
So we would have to essentially fill the gap for what the appraisal came back as. So
if you remove that, the appraisal contingency,
I wasn't about it, right? I was like, ugh, I hate this. But we were like, what do we got to lose?
Let's go for it. She wasn't that nonchalant. Let me be clear.
No.
It wasn't that easy. Now it is. Now we on the other side of it. You want to know why? Because the appraisal came back to the exact dollar amount
that our offer was in.
That I said we should offer it for.
But that doesn't happen generally.
No. That's
like the exact offer amount, what it appraised for is crazy. Like that's divine intervention. Like that
dollar was crazy.
But to be in that position where the seller has more of like that upper hand in the sense of like, hey, you want this? Waive that appraisal contingency.
And just to be clear, like I mentioned, first of all, I don't know if you ever bought $1 million house with your own money, but that's expensive. And we putting 25% down. You can do that math. Like, if that appraisal would have came back, I mean, $20,000 off, y'all can have it.
We were ready. Yeah, we were ready to, if it came back way low, we were ready to be like, you know what, we're gonna respectfully bow out. And so in our minds, we were like, we're out. We're just, you know what I mean?
And the reason we were expecting that is because if you were gonna put on the paperwork, hey, remove this appraisal contingency, it's because you probably believe that the house isn't worth what I'm trying to pay for it.
Yeah, because why would you remove that?
Exactly. Like, as a seller, if I think the house coming lower, to make sure I get all my money locked in, because if you don't, if the house came in lower, and let's say the house came in $50,000 lower in value, I can go back to the seller and go, hey, this house is cheaper than what I'm trying to buy it for, adjust the price and I'll buy it. And then like now they can't get what they're trying to sell it for, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So that was like the second hurdle, right? The appraisal. First was like getting the offer accepted, finding the house, getting the offer accepted. Then there was the appraisal hurdle, and then we have the rest of these hurdles. So some of the things they also asked for was having a short inspection, or it's just a short escrow in general,
like
right?
21 days. Usually it's like 30 days, so it was like short as it was, and I was like,
they dropped it a week. They wanted a short escrow, but it makes sense because they already fell out of escrow. Now that also gave us a big advantage, is because a seller doesn't want their property to fall out of escrow twice, because it kind of makes it hard for you to negotiate
the next time around.
Yeah, the third time around. You're like, oh man. And then also at the time of this recording, it's November. You're trying to get this house off your books before the end of the year.
For tax reasons, for sure.
So so we both have some advantages to play. We want the house. They're trying to do everything they can, but at the same time, we're like, you picked us. And that's the other part. Like, once you're locked in, once your escrow has been, your offer's been accepted and you send the escrow, the buyer has more of an advantage in that process. The seller has the advantage when it comes to picking the offers. Once you're in the actual escrow period, or in the actual.
Yeah, you got to make sure they appease to you.
Yeah, but at the same time, the seller could go, okay, I'm over this. I'm dropping these people. I don't want to do anything with it, right? But so there's, I don't know. It's like this dance. This is dance you do. And so, like I mentioned, they wanted to have a 21-day escrow, and then at the same time, they wanted to they wanted us to remove our inspection contingency after about 10 days, which isn't a lot of time. So I mean, we had to get all of the contractors in there. I mean, we had brothers on the roof, we had brothers in the gutters, we had people behind the sink. We brought in plumbers, termite, roofing,
everything,
landscaping. And honestly, most of these, you obviously want to see what needs to get done, but it's really advantageous when you add up as much as you possibly can, because then you can request repair credits and go, hey, give me some of this money back because
your house is falling apart.
Yeah, it's broken. So, and they're aware of those things, right? And so that's what we've done. And so we did everything. And so we're still in the middle of those negotiations, trying to see how much repair credit they can give us. I think the seller said they wanted to try to take care of some of the repairs themselves and then only give us a little bit of credit. We're like, nah, we need as much as we can possibly get. If we can get an extra 10,
that would
be helpful. And so, yeah, and that's a beautiful thing. The other thing that we've learned in this process is, just kind of the relationship between us, the lender, escrow, and the sellers. And so, one thing that we also kind of learned was, was it called gift?
Yeah. What's so, like a gift.
This is called
like
gift?
A fun gift. Like when somebody gives you some money so that you can put towards your closing costs.
Yeah. It's called gift funds. That's
gift funds. Gotcha. Yeah, it sounds weird now that I'm saying it, but on text it sounds good. Gift funds is, let's say, you need $250,000 to close. That's down payment plus closing costs, whatnot. But you only have $230,000. You need an extra $20,000. You can have a friend, family, whoever it is, send the remaining over to the escrow company to meet that closing cost money. Yeah. And that would be considered gift funds.
Gotcha. Okay.
So yeah, that was most transactions allow for it.
Yeah. That was something cool that we've learned. That was awesome. And so there's a lot more to this home buying experience. We didn't want to make this video a whole hour, so we decided to split it up in different episodes. So if you want to continue to follow along, you could. And so in the next video, we're going to talk about our battle with underwriting.
Oh my God.
If you've been a part of the home buying process at any capacity, even as an investor, underwriting sucks. And then a lot of the negotiation, the paperwork, and then also in that next video, we'll reveal
we got the house or not.
Yeah, and then if it works out, we can even do a house tour, right?
I thought about that. We don't even know. We still haven't gotten the final green light. Yeah. We still haven't found the famous clear to close yet. Yes. So we'll reveal that in the next video and see, did we get the house or not?
Yeah. So if you, like my wife Susie said earlier, if you're a real estate investor, if you're looking to acquire funds for your next property, you're going from deal to deal, but you just don't have the capital to get those deals to close. We help real estate investors fix their credit, as well as to qualify for, not fix their credit specifically, but we help real estate investors access the capital that they need to get these deals and close these deals, whether it be cash out refi, DSCR loans, or obtaining 0% interest business credit. We help on both sides. Yeah. And we help a lot of real estate agents in a lot of capacities. And we'll bring more of those videos here on this channel as well.
We'll have them as guests. Some of them and their stories and their success and what they've done and all that.
Yeah, some of them have done fix and flips. Some of them have done Airbnb. So we work with a lot of real estate investors. And so if you'd like to work with us, click the link in the description below. Go to our website or sign up for our email communication. We'd love to keep you up to date with what's going on in the Wholesome Lending Group world database. With that being said, we love you guys. Talk to you soon. See you in the next video. Peace.